Hi, I want to show you pelvic bowl clearing. I'm going to show you in two parts. The first part is for everybody, all genders, and the second part is if you have a vulva. I love this practice so much. So many of us carry energy here and we never have this touched. Maybe in sex, but rarely. If we get a massage, this isn't usually massaged. This is, they call it our underbelly, from our ribs all the way down to our sits bones. And you can see I'm kind of sitting on a pillow here so you can see this whole area. We're focusing now a bit on the lower abdomen, is what we call the pelvic bowl. If you think about between those pelvic bones that we all have. Okay, so if you're going to do this practice, you can do it alone or with a partner, and I want you to prepare the room or the mood sensually as if you were to make love. Be warm, have a blanket. If you want to do it naked, you could do this over clothes until we go in the vagina, and you could have soft music playing. Just have this is like ritual. This is you joining yourself, and you could do this practice in 5 minutes. You could do this trade off with your partner or do it one at a time. I often do this before bed. Maybe about once a month I'll do pelvic bowl clearing, and it's just been part of my practice that I do. So what we're going to do first, is we're going to greet our body. We're going to put our hands on our abdomen and take a breath. Most of us don't have clear greetings and goodbyes with our body. We have things done to us. We do things to ourselves. We just kind of carry our bodies around, and it can be really healing to say, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm with you. So we're going to greet our body. I just let my tummy poof out. And if you're doing this on your partner, just do the same. Take a breath. Great. We're going to start with some just gentle sweeping motion down the belly, down the legs. I'm not trying to do therapy, physical therapy. I'm not trying to do massage. I'm not trying to do lymph massage. This is more energetic releasing. You can imagine golden light coming out your hands. You can imagine a waterfall. You can imagine, hear the words melt, release, clear. And don't have any expectations of anything. You might feel nothing. You might feel sad. You might feel angry. You might feel like, this was nice. It's just good to just really be with what is. The first time we do anything, it's almost like a trial run too. And then the next time we might be like, okay, I really like this part. I really liked having my hands down in here. And you could do part of this. You could just do the clearing before bed, not the whole, this sweeping. We call this sweeping. Okay, once you've done some sweeping, we are going to imagine a clock, and we are going to go around our belly and push a little bit. We're doing this on a partner. I'm doing it faster, but we can really, there's my belly button. And I'm just pushing a little bit. You can wiggle a little bit or do some little circles. Ask your partner what they like and see what you would like. The first time, just do it light. And if you want to, if you feel like, wow, that part feels kind of hard, or that part is asking for more depth, go ahead and push a little bit. Imagine, again, melting, releasing butter. Do like 2 passes. You can ask your partner, or you can see how fast or slow you want it, and then let's do just some circling on that pelvic bowl. And again, I have my, it's the opposite of a Kegel. I have my butt, my vagina just open. I'm gonna check in with my jaw. Check in with my shoulders. Oh, they can feel tight too. And I'm just opening. This and this are connected. Our mouth and our throat are connected. If we're not saying our truth, it's like we're shutting our vagina. If we're shutting our vagina, or our butt, or our urethra, any of it. If we have a penis, it's like shutting our throat. So imagine this is an opening, a channel. Here, clearing. I can clear my voice too. Okay, if you or your partner has a vagina and you want to enter to do some pelvic bowl clearing from the inside, we're going to enter with 2 fingers and just usually the first digit. And first, we're going to just cup the vulva, again, as if the way we did here, like a greeting. Hello, I'm here. Most people with vulvas have never had this done. We're either just up in there, we do it, or have a partner and, let's make something happen instead of just being with. This alone could be all you do the first time in terms of clearing. I'm breathing. Okay, so if you're going to enter, ask permission, and see for yourself too, is it a yes or a no? And if it's a no, great. Like, you've already done work. Us having a no is set, and honoring it is such a huge piece of work. But if your body says yes, place it in just the first digits. And then if the body says yes again, you can go in a little bit further. That's about the size of the vaginal channel. So we're going up to, I have long fingers too, about up to here. Okay. And we're entering. And then we're going to imagine that clock again. And I like to start at the down by our ass, our butt, and that would be the noon. So you start there, and we're kind of pressing out, like toward the side of a bowl. Imagine if you're like putting pie crust, have you ever done that, against a pie plate? We're pushing out against the tissue, and we're going to do that noon. I like to do like 1:30, 3, 4:30, 6. At the 6, you're up against the G spot, that kind of spongy, ridgy tissue, which can make you feel like you have to pee. So just back off a little bit on that spot. 7:30, 9, 10:30, noon. Check in with your partner. I mean, the whole time you're checking in and you're saying, do you want me to stop? How does that feel? I did it much faster than you'll do. You can slow down. And then see if your partner wants again to take a breath. Okay, let's do it again. And see if there are any spots that they want you to pause and press a little bit more. At the 3 and the 9, that's where our hip bones meet our pelvis, and it can be very resistant and tight. You'll be like, wow, there's muscle right there. I could either hold that or not. And sometimes off to the sides a little bit there, you can have some spots that feel like, oh, could you just feel that? If your fingers are feeling it, just imagine that they are melting any tissue. You're just like, it's like butter, and you can just breathe in. Once you have done a couple passes and check in, then when your partner feels done, you can say, okay, I'm going to pull out again, pull out this much, so that the body has a sense of someone is leaving. So healing. And then ask when they're ready. And then, you're ready for me to leave. Let your partner say yes, or you just take it so slow and then leave. And then again, do that lock there, that just hold it for like a breath. I like that to use the breath on this. You can think about, that's kind of the pacing, like, okay, I'm gonna do one spot, a breath, another spot, a breath. You're not trying to hyperventilate, you're just using it as a way to count. Have a beautiful practice.